point 256.
Welcome to a changing world.
Rock point 256.
Welcome to another way of thinking.
Rock point 256.
Yeah. Believe in yourself and in your heart.
Come with me to rock
Hey,
point.
discover the rock in you.
Come with me to rock point. Rock point.
Rock Point 256. Discover the rock in you.
What qualities do you believe a good leader should have?
I believe a good leader should lead exemplarily.
A good leader should not steal public funds.
A good leader should be trustworthy. A good leader should be devoted.
Good leader should be just.
A good leader must be compassionate.
A good leader should be God-fearing.
Well, a good leader is so many things. Respectful, truthful, exemplary, supportive, has empathy, and serves others. Listen to Rock Point 256 and learn what the Constitution says about the roles of an elected leader.
Rock point 256. Discover the rock in you. Rock point 256.
Our dear listeners, we are blessed once again that out of the many radio stations and programs, you have decided to tune into Rock Point 256, Uganda's exciting radio serial drama served you hot from Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU. Today we shall be listening to episode 389, but before we roll, let us have a recap of episode 388.
Mama Sam finds a circumcision poster outside of Toppy's salon and branches there to inquire about it.
Well, I have always wanted my husband to circumcise, but he won't. His whole family refuses. They say it's a Muslim thing.
Not only Muslim men circumcise.
But that is why you put it up. Because of your husband.
Oh no, not at all. I had nothing to do with it. Flower put it up.
Why?
Well, I used to think, why circumcise people? God knew what he was doing creating men with foreskins. Why cut them off now? Do people think that God made a mistake?
Flower and I actually had this argument. I said, so you think Ali is half a man or a mistake because he's circumcised?
And then we talked a lot about why men circumcise.
Solomon asks Jackson if he has proof that Guma gave him land.
No, this won't take long. Do you by any chance have anything in writing to show you own this land? We all know this is Guma's land.
Let me correct you a little. This is not Guma's land. Anyway, it was his land. But that was a long time ago. Guma gave it to me.
Do you have proof, Jackson?
Of course. Living here all these years is proof.
I understand that you and Guma had a dispute over this land.
That is not true, Solomon. The truth is, he never liked my Chinwero, and that's all.
That's not enough information.
You are not informed, Solomon. This development is something Guma always wanted. It's a tribute to him.
But you don't own the land, Jackson.
Don't be so sure of something you know nothing about.
Where is proof in writing?
I knew this would come up. I even have it here anyway.
This is the agreement. that a crumpled old paper.
And now on Rock Point 256, episode 389.
Okay, thank you, but please calm down. You'll disrupt the rest of the school.
But we are so happy to see you, Teacher Pamela.
Okay, shh, come on.
But Teacher Pamela, aren't you happy to see us?
Of course I am, Richard, but let's reduce on the excitement, okay? Okay, how have you been?
Fine, Teacher Pamela.
Have you been good boys and good girls while I was away?
Yes.
Are you raising your hand, Richard?
Yes, teacher. We want to know why you haven't been coming to teach us.
Yes! Okay, you see, I haven't been well.
Sorry. Was it malaria, teacher?
Oh no, it wasn't sickness.
What was it then?
You know what, Richard? It's a long story. It would take the whole lesson if I were to explain.
So will it happen again?
It will not happen again, Richard. Okay, pupils, moving on.
Okay, teacher.
And if I may ask, where is Freddy? Can I have one person tell me, please? Richard again? You're in such a chappy mood this morning. Okay.
Fred is working in the restaurant. His mother told him not to come to school again.
Really? What about Diana?
Diana is selling groundnuts at the market.
Why?
We don't know. Even Francis is not in school, madam.
You're right. Where is he?
I saw him selling maize 2 days ago.
But Richard, why is it that you're the only one who seems to know where all the missing children are?
Because I care.
Enough now. Pupils, I'll see what I can do about them. But for now, let's try to catch up on what we have missed, okay? Open up your books and write down this heading.
Have you finished the dishes, Freddy?
I'm about, Mother, but my leg is really hurting.
One more thing, Freddy, and you will rest.
But Mother, you promised that.
After the dishes.
But I'm so tired. I've been working since morning.
And I am grateful, my dear. Your presence makes my job easier.
So you pulled me out of school to make your work easier at the restaurant.
You are not doing so well at school, Freddy.
How come other parents have not pulled their children out of school? Maybe you're the problem.
You know what, Freddy? Let's continue with this discussion after. Right now, I want you to go buy me some salt from the shop.
But Mother, I'm finishing dishes, and you don't seem to realize that my leg is hurting.
Finish now and go. Betty failed to come in today, and Auntie Goreti lost someone this morning, and I am overwhelmed with all the cooking. So hurry up and get going.
And I'm missing school.
Freddy, you are not going back to school ever. So do not get any ideas because school is a waste of time.
My friends are enjoying at school while I'm here working.
Freddy, my word is final. Now go get me salt and we make some money instead of you whining about nothing.
So am I going to be paid for my work around the restaurant?
You are getting the best hands-on experience on how to run a business. School offers nothing but false hope. Look at all the idlers playing Ludo. Your school produces failures. Now go get me that salt.
No one feels sorry for me here. Hey, isn't that your food burning, Mom?
Huh, it must be. Go, Freddy, and try and come back as fast as possible. That salt is urgent.
You want me to work for you, but I don't even know whether you are going to pay me.
What is it that you're saying, Freddy?
I was talking about the food.
Good. Go. You can eat when you come back.
Tom!
Hey, Uncle Solomon, it's good to see you.
Hey, you can't hear anything with that mowing machine, can you?
No, I can't. I was mowing the grass.
Well, I've been at your gate hooting for the last 5 minutes until I decided to use the small gate.
Sorry, Uncle Solomon. So, did you see Jackson?
Yes, I did. The other day, actually.
And how did it go?
Is your mother in?
Yes, she's in. Uncle Yokana too. Forgive my lack of courtesy. Please come in, Uncle Solomon.
Well, it seems like you are only interested in hearing about Jackson.
Hey, Solomon, good to see you. Tom tells me you talked to Jackson.
Yes, I did.
And?
Where is Yokana? I just passed by to give you all details.
Hey, here I am, Solomon.
Yokana. So, in brief, Jackson says he had an agreement with the Guma.
What? An agreement?
That can't be true. Father told me there was no such agreement. Jackson is lying.
First, James appears out of nowhere. And now Guma gave away land without my knowledge? Just how many surprises are we going to find out about Guma?
What agreement does he have, Uncle Solomon?
I actually have it here in my diary. Did I leave it in the car?
Father told me that Jackson was a squatter.
Oh, thankfully, here it is.
Let me see.
This scrap of paper here, this is not an agreement.
Tom, please, don't yank it out of my hands like that. You can tear it.
The handwriting is not even legible, Solomon. And this here cannot be Guma's signature.
Well, that's the proof of ownership he gave me.
Anyone can see that it is fake.
I can't believe this is actually happening. Can't we just have Jackson evicted?
Evicting him is going to be difficult.
Why? We can evict him.
Why don't you first listen to your Uncle Tom?
I'm tired of listening to liars and murderers.
Calm down, Tom. The bad news is Jackson has already sold the land.
You can't be serious, Solomon.
Well, I am. Otherwise, where would he have gotten the money to put up such a magnificent structure?
That adds up now. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it.
Of course he called someone to buy that land that he doesn't own. That man is not interested in the law. The only thing he will understand is when we bring a bulldozer to put down everything. Isn't that what the authorities do in Kampala?
Jackson has a document written by Guma that says he gave Jackson the land.
So what do we do now?
We'll need to resolve the matter with the authorities first. The procedure is to first report the matter to the LC1.
That can't happen. Jackson is the LC1.
Then we'll need to proceed to the LC3 court.
But I do not understand why you people have to go to all this trouble over a very tiny piece of land, yet you have a lot of it left.
So what are you suggesting, Uncle Yokan?
Just let him be and seek to utilize the remaining land.
I told you, mother. Uncle Yokana thinks like a real villager.
What makes you insult me, Tom?
Tom is right about the land. That small piece you see is prime land worth millions of shillings, Yokana. Land here doesn't cost the same as back in the village.
Do you see what I was telling you the other day about this woman, Solomon?
Now what have I done?
The boy calls me nonsense, and you can't even rebuke him. What sort of mother are you?
Yokana is always spoiling for a fight, but today I'm going to...
No, not today, people. Not again.
But why is Yokana always speaking?
We are a family. We are not going to go for each other's neck every time we meet.
I've lost my brother, and I might lose his son as well to poor behavior. This is a disaster.
I will see the acting LC3 chairperson since Mandy resigned, and then I will get back to you.
A good essay must have a body. Just a minute, class. Who is this now? Oh, Freddy. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Teacher Pamela.
But you're late and your uniform is crumpled.
I just escaped to come to school.
Escaped?
My mother had refused me to come to school.
What for?
She hates this school and she hates you, Teacher Pamela.
That's extreme. Why?
She says that... That you're responsible for the failures in this school.
How?
That you teach as and when you want.
Okay. Well, that is harsh. But we won't have that discussion now. Come in and take your seat, Freddy.
I did tell her that you're the best teacher, Teacher Pamela, but she has had enough of this school and everything.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let's try and prove her wrong. Show your parents that your education is going to be a big success, right?
Okay.
Right. Class, let's resume. We were learning how to write a perfect essay.
Come on, Mega. You can let go of me now.
I'm just so happy to see you again, Peter.
I almost suffocated.
It's pure love, honey. Pure love. The fact that you came straight here first means that you miss me above everything else.
And who is teaching you all this poetry, Mega?
Love inspires me, darling. Love can teach you to cook, to clean, and to be polite. Love is such a force.
At this rate, you are going to win some poetry award somewhere.
But I mean it, Peter.
You have a way of making me feel like a king, you know.
Because you are my king.
But Mega,
Mhm.
you flatter me.
I tell the absolute truth, Peter, my love.
And what's that sweet scent I smell?
My perfume, you noticed?
You bought a new one?
Especially for you.
And I hadn't noticed.
Mhm.
You are not wearing a bra in that blouse, are you?
Of course not.
But it is a see-through. Is that how you are going to move around Rock Point today?
Come on, Peter. I would never. This is just for you.
But Mega, how many things are you going to say you do for me?
To be honest, I am not lying about a thing.
Well, for all your honesty, you are
Mhm.
just looking at me standing here, yet I've spent the whole night on my feet working.
Oh, what a bad hostess I have been. Please, my king, come sit on your throne.
Mega, throne.
Yes.
You are too much.
I have made my bed, our bed, look like a throne.
In a way, it is.
Mhm.
Yes, it certainly looks different.
I want to show you that I love you so much, Peter.
But you know I love you too.
So why don't you just forget about Mama's son?
What?
I want to be your queen, Peter.
You are. Everyone in Rock Point knows that I love you, Mega.
So why don't you just marry me then?
Marriage?
You say you love me. Why do you keep going back to Mama's son?
For the sake of the children. Mega, my dear, I go back there to check on my children.
But you need to start thinking about marriage. Seriously,
I am serious. We love each other after all. But marriage? Would we still love each other? Married?
Damali! Damali!
Yes, teacher Pamela.
Please stay behind for a while. I would like to talk to you.
Okay, teacher. Coming.
Please hurry, because I don't want you to reach home late.
Here I am, madam.
It's about your performance in the English test. The one you did 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
The results are quite terrible. I was very surprised.
How many marks did I get?
35%.
35%?
Yes.
I'll work harder next time.
But you have stopped volunteering answers in class. I know things at home aren't their best, but you need to realize that education offers you an opportunity for a better future.
I know. I will try to improve.
What's the problem at home? You can talk to me.
It's my father.
What about him?
He's always quarreling with my mother, and my mom is sad.
Damali, is that why you're performing poorly?
I am also not sure if I'll stay in school. I feel like it's all useless. Studying is useless.
Why would you say that? Come on.
My father wants to marry me off.
Shh. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Shh, Damali. My dear, trust me on this one. I'm going to do everything to make sure your father does not marry you off.
You do not know my father.
Why do you say that?
He always puts my mother down.
If he's hurting you, you can go to the police, you know.
My mother says that father is too smart for the police.
Maybe I can help you there, okay?
Okay.
Now, wipe your tears and run home. You shouldn't be late, as your mother will worry.
This is puzzling, John. You can't imagine that I sent him to buy salt way before lunchtime.
I don't think there is cause for alarm, John. You know how playful Freddy is. He could have gotten carried away.
I am feeling guilty because he was complaining that his leg was hurting.
He is probably just playing at the shops. Maybe he met his friends.
All his friends went to school.
I don't think you should worry unnecessarily. I think Freddy is fine.
I hope you're right. I had to personally go get the salt and I did not find him. In fact, I asked the shopkeeper and he told me that he hadn't seen him at all.
You know what? Go get baby Samantha. Let me take a bath and then I will go ask around for Freddy. Who is it? The door is open. Come in. Joan, your prodigal son is here.
Are you sure?
Of course. And he doesn't look like anything happened to him.
I can't believe it. Let me come.
So, Freddy, where have you been?
At school.
At school? But your mother says that she had sent you for salt.
I escaped from her.
You will need to hear this for yourself, John.
What is it? And you're in uniform? Where are you coming from?
I'm from school.
He told me he is from school.
What? Didn't I warn you not to go to school?
No, I was missing my friends and I don't want to be like you who didn't go to school.
What did you say, you bad-mannered boy?
Come on, John, leave the boy alone.
And where did you get the uniform?
I'd worn it under my clothes.
So you actually went this morning, all the while planning to run to school?
Come on, Joan. Leave the boy alone.
I don't even see any humor in this, John, so I wonder why you're laughing.
Joan, the boy ran away from home to school, wearing his uniform under his clothes. That will keep me laughing the whole week.
You can laugh, but let me see him go near the school again. I will break his other leg such that he is lame in both legs.
Me, I want to become a doctor and not a cook like you.
What is that you just said?
Come on, Joan. You have to cut the boy some slack, okay? Just let him be. He does not see things your way, and you need to give him time to mature enough to choose for himself.
Unless I am not his mother. He is not going to that school with such lousy teachers and no future at all.
Well, if I may remind you, I am the man here, and I'm tired of your rigidity. If the boy has the brains to run away to school, that is recommendation enough that he wants to be educated. He is going to go to school, and my word is final.
Thanks, Dad. That's what I was trying to tell Mommy all along.
Freddy takes the cup for hilarious behavior this season.
I'm telling you, Freddy's a winner. Oh my God. Just how did he do that?
But I think that serves Joanne right. The poor boy had been telling her that he wanted to be in school. You see, school is not about academics only, but socialization as well.
Me, I like the way John came in and put his foot down. Now that's my man. I hate men who take the back seat as their women make family decisions for the future. I wonder what took him so long to sit in the driving seat.
You'll excuse my theory, but allow me to front it anyway.
Okay.
I think John is now feeling more like a man because of his booming fish business. Do you remember when he came back to Rock Point?
Oh, yes, I do. Broke, and with many family problems.
Exactly. I think that with his struggling fish business and a Joanne whom he was trying to please, especially after the Chantal incident, he simply wanted to impress Joanne by not going against her wishes concerning Freddy.
So you are saying that John was ready to sacrifice his son Freddy for the benefit of keeping the peace at home?
Oh, yes. Women rule this world. I'm telling you, although many men strive to deny it.
On a happy note, however, teacher Pamela is back to school. Tell me, did you see that coming?
Unless she's relying on Robert to marry her, I did not see any other way out for Pamela. She just had to go back to school to teach.
Talking about marriage, did you see the way Meg is putting Peter in a corner to marry her?
Men are like that. They find it hard to totally let their wives go, however much they might love their girlfriends. And now he's busy lying Mega. He just goes back to Mama Sam for the sake of his children. Men.
My dear, our time is up. We need to say our goodbyes.
I hadn't even realized we'd run out of time.
Well, we have. But of course, we cannot go without listening to some feedback from you, our listeners. And here, Susan from Katakwi via SMS says, "Hello, Rock Point. What time and days do you broadcast?
Thank you, Susan. That's a valid question because, as some of you already know, we are now broadcasting bi-weekly, as in twice a week. So a few things have changed and we're going to update you on the new times and days when this program will be airing on the different radio stations around the country. So please, keep listening in.
Perfect. Listeners, we are sorry our time is up, although we're still enjoying your company. But you can always reach out to us if you need us. We have a toll-free hotline on 0800 200 600, and you can talk to us about anything, especially if you need counseling.
For example, if you have cases of early marriage in your area and you do not know how to deal with the problem, or if you have questions about circumcision or even issues of inheritance and land wrangles, just call that number and you will get the help you need.
Yeah, we can also advise you on issues regarding politics and ID registration, pregnancy, alcohol abuse, domestic violence, HIV, and family planning.
You can also send us letters to Communication for Development Foundation Uganda, CDFU, at PO Box 8734 Kampala, or you could send us an SMS on telephone number 0776 256 256. Or you could also drop your letter at this radio station.
And for those on Facebook and Twitter, please look for us there and leave a comment or send us an email to rockpoint@cdfug.co.ug.
Remember to tune in next week, same station, same time, for another exciting episode of Rockpoint 256.
Rockpoint 256 is brought to you by Communication for Development Foundation Uganda with support from the Democratic Governance Facility,
New Heights with clearance from Uganda AIDS Commission and funding from United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
and from Twaweza, Uganda. It takes one person to make change happen. Change ni mimi, ni wewe, ni sisi. Change is me, it's you, it's us. Bye-bye.
Hey, someone is exposing your unborn child to HIV. Someone is possibly going to pass the virus on to your baby. This is someone you know. Someone close to your unborn child and closer to you. This person could be you.
If you are not tested for HIV, you are putting your unborn child at risk. The moment you get pregnant, go together as a couple for HIV testing and ARV treatment if positive. Attend antenatal care and plan to give birth in a health facility to guarantee that your child is born HIV negative and lives the good life. This message is brought to you by Ministry of Health with support from USAID. A good life starts with good health.
Rockpoint 256. Welcome to a changing world. Rockpoint 256. Welcome to another way of thinking. Rockpoint 256. Believe in yourself and in your heart. Come with me to Rockpoint. Hey, discover the rock in you. Come with me to Rockpoint. It's your right, don't you be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. Jiggle the body within you. It's your right, don't you be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Make a decision, make it right. Jiggle the body within you. Rockpoint 256. Rockpoint 256. Come with me to Rockpoint. Come with me to Rockpoint. It's your right, don't you be the judge. Smile the rock in you right now. Alright, time to be the judge. Smile the one